Hi, welcome back to my vlog. I hope you're all well. So still on holiday. I've just had a spot of lunch. I've just been up to the yard for the old farm. So if I mentioned, I think in the last video, I met a chap last night who's got a farm here, and he said I should. He likes old equipment, as do I. So he said I should come along and have a look. But I couldn't see him up in the yard. It seemed to be empty. Didn't seem to be about. But I did see. There's a tractor busy in the field. Look, just there. But yeah, I did happen to see a combine out over at what I think is one of his fields. So I thought we'd just come along and have a look. I hope you won't disturb me. I'll just come and say hello. Hope you won't mind. Because he did just say to pop up whenever. So yeah, I had a spot of lunch at the cafe in town at the port. So I'll just come and having a drive about. Thought I'd come and say hello. There he is. Pretty sure that's his. I think he mentioned he'd got an old Massey combine. So let me go and say hello. Just a second. Just pull up out of the way actually, so I don't get too close to him. Right. So just had a chat for a little while. He's actually he's been a busy morning. He's got this harvest to do. He's got a field of canola. It's actually a field of canola. He was telling me it was one field, but he split it into two because he's got a bit like I used to do. Because he's got relatively small equipment, but actually it's got canola in both, and they're both ready and they need harvesting. But yeah, he's had a bit of a problem. He's been a bit delayed because the guy who was supposed to be hauling for him's had a bit of a family emergency. So he's been on his own trying to get this in, and he's saying, I think he said he got. Hang on, let's have a quick run up before he comes. Yeah, he has. I thought he said that. Yeah, he's got another field that needs doing as well. In fact, two of those, and another one coming. So he's got a bit of a busy afternoon ahead. But he asked me if I'd be willing to help him out a little bit. So I said, well, yeah, of course, absolutely. Always happy to help. Happy to mess about with some new machinery. Speaking of new, well, not that any of his machinery is new, but it sure is different. Fent. It's an old Fent, and he's got. There's a few attachments I think that go on the front of this. You were saying, but at the moment it's got this sort of, I don't know what you'd call it really. Sort of like a tip box, I suppose, on the front. So he's filled that at first, and we've got a trailer on the back. So for these two fields, I don't know how much he gets off them, but it should be all right. Right, so let me go and interrupt him before he starts again. So he's not actually that full just yet. So he said he'll be all right till the bottom of here, and then we'll try and get him unloaded as he comes back up. Just does that tiny little bit on the other side. He's got radio, so it's going to be a bit of stop-start if we need to communicate, but we'll manage. Oh, look at that speed boat. I hadn't noticed that oil rig out there before. Crikey. For a small set of islands, they seem to have a lot going on. But so this will be interesting. It's a fairly relaxed farm. It's, as I said before, it's more like a hobby farm than anything else. It just brings him in a little bit of income. It's just enough to keep him going, really. I think that's all he does it for. So I said, look, if you need a bit of help, happy to help. Right, the handy thing about this is your ability to see what's going on right in front of you. Look at that. Try and get a little bit closer. There we go. Lovely. Might even get a go on the combine if I'm lucky. Right, so let's get this full. Try and keep the pace. There he goes, he's finished. So if I just bring this up a little bit, should be able to unload in there. And then he can go and get on with the next field. I've no idea what the capacity of his combine is actually. Not too much it seems, so that's fine. So I'll get out of the way so that he can crack on. And well, you know, I'm not going to make you sit and watch me sit, basically. So maybe when we're full, we'll take a trip up to the yard. He says just tipping it in the silo for now, so we can perhaps when I'm driving up there again or next fill up, then I'll catch up with you then. Right, not quite full, but not far off. So it takes him quite a while to fill up, and he's not. I'm not going to get all of what he's going to take up in. Gee, that took a lot of thinking about. So I'll whiz this back to the yard, put it in the silo, leave him to it, and then actually by the time I come back, he probably won't be that far off being finished. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's take this steady. Strange tractor, steep hill, large trailer. Well, largest trailer. But I quite like this little Fendt. It's quite a fun thing to drive. It's I mean, you know, I've driven some old tractors, as you're aware, but this is something else. Right, hang on, slightly squeaky brakes. In these farm roads, they don't get too busy. Looks like that tractor's in that field's finished. Don't see it. Yeah, there's quite a few fields around here. It's big agricultural land. I'm not sure where all the other farms are. I'll speak to John. Just realised I've never actually mentioned his name before. It's John. But yeah, so we'll see. See what. Yeah, I don't know. But it's fine. Quite happy to help out. I mean, he knows I'm here on holiday, and he knows why I'm here, really. So I said, look, you know, if you need a bit of help here and there, I'll help out. I don't mind. It's not a problem. I'll still get. It's not like it's high industry, major intensive farming. I mean, he has got a few fields to harvest. Actually, is that? Do you say this one as well? Is this his? No, I think that might be his too. Right. Oh, shouldn't really lose speed, should I? Got to get up this hill. Come on, you can do it. It is as well. It might be slow, but it's getting there. I mean, you said they're not critical. Weather forecast reasonable. They're not, you know, not about to fail or anything. So he's got some time, but you know, it's just helpful for him. I don't mind. It's good to keep my hand in, try out some different equipment, all that kind of thing. Right, I think this just tips forward, does it? Oh yeah, whoops, steady. There we go. Just come back just a little bit. So that's the front box. It's a funny thing, it really is. Yeah, so it does tip to the side as well. Cool. Anyway. Right. And I'm assuming this trailer, it does that. It's a funny thing. It's sort of articulated between the cab and the front wheels. It's a strange thing. Right, so let's just see if we can get this reasonably right. I missed completely. Well done. Go over a little bit. Yeah, of course my silo back at my uncle's farm has got, it's in my uncle's farm, I suppose it's sort of my farm now really, but yeah, that's got a, you know, sort of pull over rather than a sort of back into or tip into kind of thing, you know. Got to get the positioning right. There we go. It's a relatively modern trailer. I think he said it was Russian or something. He just likes, you know, unusual equipment. He just needed something small. Came across that. I don't know if he just trawls like farm auction sites or what, but yeah, amazing. And actually, you know what? We've probably got a minute. We could have a nip round, couldn't we? Because there'll be a few minutes finishing that off. He said to have a look round. He's got cows in there, so I might see what they need doing. Got a funny old bale trailer. Look at that. Got some bales in it. What's that, straw? Got a Fiat, an old Fiat Agri. It's like some sort of, again, Russian, some sort of liquid container. The Agromatax. Hey! That's the one I had down on, down on my farm. Or similar, at least. Is that some sort of cultivator? Power harrow? Oh, old cedar, Amazon. Sort of bale trailer with some, wow, kind of heavily stacked up. What's he got? Seed, oh, and lime. Then we've got a baler just sort of there a bit close together. That's this little baler. Some sort of sprayer, fertilizer and herbicide liquid spray of some description anyway. Goodness, they're a good old pair of front loader forks, aren't they? Look at that fertilizer spreader. Is that an Amazon as well? Judging by the yes, it is. I'm going to say, judging by the colour scheme. What we got here? A Zetor. Grief. He's got some great machinery. The fertilizer. That's empty. That's where the combine goes. What else is there? Oh, so he's got like a bunker silo, which has got a bit of stuff in it. Oh, it sort of goes down. Oh, that's interesting. I suppose it's easier to level it off. That's his sort of shed, workshop shed. What else we got? Sort of coon windrower, little tedder. Ah, little feed mixer. Look at that. That's cool. Another liquid tanker. Guessing that one's perhaps just for water. I mean, given it's here with the animal stuff, and a manure spreader. Krone Optimat. Is that something? Optimat. Wow, he really does have some good equipment. What else have we got? Oh, so he was, yeah, okay, so this must be the other bits for the fence, look. Sort of a couple of cutter bars and planter and all sorts, and then sort of Deutz. Wow, now that is a cool tractor with a sort of harrow on the back, weeder or something. A weight in the corner that was distinctly modern. You obviously can get an old one. Right. Anyway, I better stop nosing around and have a look and head back out to the field. I think. Oh, I didn't look in here. Here, while we're here, 2 minutes. Not even that. Oh, plough. Wow. Now that is an old plough. It's also a very small plough. But yeah, I mean, some of this stuff. Awesome. Right, so I'll head back out to the field and let's see how he's getting on. Right, so that's that field done. There was only a little bit left. I've been given the treat. He asked me if I wanted to drive the combine, and I jumped at the chance. He wants us to do this little field here first. Apparently, it's been ready a bit longer than the Those are the two fields that we were looking at a little while ago. So yeah, he's bringing up the. Hang on, so I just press. Hang on, there we go. Just make sure I get this right. I'll do a little bit of recording of me doing this, but I'm obviously, as you well know, I don't very often record. There's a lot of weeds in here. I don't very often record. Oh, need to unfold. Okay, that should be all right. Yeah, I don't very often record while I'm actually driving machinery. I might miss bits and all that kind of stuff, but with a bit of luck we'll be okay. But I might just do a little bit. It's quite fun. New combine. We'll just take it easy. It's a small field. I'm on the edge. I have to say it was interesting being up on that. It's nice being farming on the coast again. I mean, I haven't done this since I very briefly had my own farm before I moved to my uncle's. And but yeah, farming by the sea again. It's really nice. It's kind of fun to be here, but obviously it does bring with it its own certain challenges when you're quite so close to the coast. This one's not so bad, but then what we were just doing, obviously, it was a very high cliff top, and so yeah. I'm glad I wasn't doing the harvesting. I noticed he did a couple of headlands on the strip that was next to the. I'm not dropping straw. Which I think he said that was okay. Hopefully that's all right. We've got a couple more fields to do anyway. But yeah, I noticed he did a couple of headlands just to make sure that he got plenty of turning room at the edge, which I'm not surprised really. So yeah, he's just bringing over the Fent. I think, I mean, there was a tiny little bit of canola left. We just put it in that sort of tip box on the front. But I don't know whether he's going to go empty that or not. I'd expect, actually this is quite a small field, so I would assume that whatever we get off it will probably just go in the trailer at the back, so he may not bother. Equally, I mean, we're right next to the yard, so we might have gone up to empty that out. I actually don't know. But I mean, it'll be a while before I need him to come and empty me that. I don't know if we'll do it in one go. Possibly not, actually. Possibly not. Oh yeah, so well, there's a turn up for the books. I'm back farming again. I'd say it feels quite nice, and I can be quite relaxed about it. It's not my farm. I don't need to spend the entire day working. I'll just, I'm just helping out a little bit, really. And I was quite pleased to do so. Why not? It's a lovely place. I say it's lovely to be next to the sea again, and yeah, he's a really nice guy. So I've no issues with giving him a hand at all. Happy to help out, and yeah, quite enjoyed it really. Nice to try out some different old machinery and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, very enjoyable, and yeah, bit of a busman's holiday. I'd say a farmer's holiday, because that's the wrong phrase, but you know what I mean. But whoa, that slope's a bit scary. Hang on. Oh, I missed a bit. Let's try and catch this end bit. This is quite a steep field, actually. So I have to be a little bit careful. Get it going, get it running again, and there we go. There's that speedboat. Mustn't forget my boat trip. Maybe I'll see if I can do that tomorrow, because yeah, this afternoon took a bit of a different twist, different direction perhaps than I was planning, but I say thoroughly enjoyed it. It's nice to get a bit more farming out there. Say it's obviously it's been a while since, well, for you it's not been a while, given that I was delayed putting a couple of videos out, but obviously things took over a little bit, and so I was a bit. It's been a while since I've recorded any farming anyway, but it's quite fun. And I say this is new for me, you know, farming like this. And I always did say that I'd eventually, when I felt comfortable enough to do so, that I would, I'd start, you know, recording me actually doing it, either, you know, first person like this or with the drone following behind. But yeah, I certainly wasn't expecting to do it while I was on holiday. But there you go. So it happens, right? But yeah, it's kind of fun. But I guess I should get on and focus. We're at 62% full. So by the time I've done another headland around this bottom corner, we'll actually be starting to get fairly full. Looks like I missed a bit, but you won't mind. I'll come back and do those after. And actually, if he's here in a minute, I can ask him whether or not he actually wants me to drop the straw swath or not. But we will see. But yeah, there you go. Slightly unexpected turn up for today's video. I was just going to do a bit more of my, you know, holiday vlogging. But yeah, things took a slightly unexpected turn. So, but I've enjoyed it. I hope you have as well. I mean, you know, I guess you kind of watch my vlogs for the farming, not necessarily for me just being on holiday, but I felt it was important to keep you posted on what was going on anyway. So, but as it happens, it's turned into a bit of a farming video, so that's all good. I certainly don't mind. But yeah, so I'll get on with this. I better concentrate on what I'm doing. But thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this little twist, turn up for events, enough of events, whatever you call it. And but yeah, as I always say, like subscriptions are very much appreciated. I don't know, I guess I'll do some more holidaying at some point, maybe in another video soon. I'm sort of just doing this as I go along, really. But otherwise, yeah, take care of yourselves anyway out there, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.